may be knowing, I'm a veteran of telecom, 54 years of telecom experience, and now I want to drive the VNOs. And driving since last 10 years, and I was part of the regulatory team of TRI when VNO regulation was made in 2014-15. And unfortunately, DOT and policy wanted for VNOs, but in the Indian context, the major telecom operator, they don't want that some competition should be there and the monopoly will remain. And you see some of the companies which took all India licenses and they failed to start the mobile service. But fortunately, that wireline and internet services remained active. And now, with the change of regular licensing framework, so I just want to explain what is the meaning of licensing framework. So, Sachin, you start the slides.
Okay, sir.
So I'll start, go slide by slide. Little historical, I want to dwell on that why this authorization regime has been introduced. You know, India Telecom was being managed by historical India Telegram Act 1885, which was legacy act for the British era. And under that Telecom Act, it used to be a contract between the government and the service providers. But you see in the contract there has to be a lot of compliances, a lot of issues were there. And during the last approximately, you can say the 1 century, more than 1 century, that the operators have faced lot of issues in the licensing framework, lot of contractual violation and lot of contractual legal issues. I was part of whole system since last 54 years. I know how that transition has taken place from Morse code to telegraph under the Act to the mobile, 4G, 5G, and how the things have improved. So, but that present government wanted that it should be as per the Indian requirement. Let's repeal all the legacy acts. First, they repealed the Telegraph Act, and that IPC also they repealed. And on that basis, that the Telegram Act, now that the contractual part they have removed. Actually, earlier it was the contractual between the sovereign, in the sense between the authority government and the entity who is availing that facility, because government is the custodian of all the country's resources. So on that basis, it used to have a contract with the entity which want to use that resource. So, but that concept was there in the Telegraph Act of the British era. Now they repealed it to authorization, that they will allow you to deliver the services, and on that basis, authorization regime is introduced. So in that, there's a lot of things better, in the sense lesser compliance, lesser legal intricacies, because in the contract violation there used to be a lot of issues, and a lot of things were happening in the courts and TDSAT, High Court, Supreme Court. I was part of that various law cases happening in Supreme Court and High Court and TDSAT, spectrum cases and other violation cases. So I was part of that licensing framework. So now that hopefully now that the authorization regime, that their mechanism has been changed. So now authorization में क्या है कि now it is not a contract, it is a authorization in the sense government given permission to deploy the services in the India category of India, and on that basis, the government has done. Now, in case of any dispute, now they are set up a two level of authority. That will be a authority in DOT. In case of any violation, any dispute is there, in the sense in the you are not following the authorization, that DOT on committee will be formed. On that basis, they will examine. After that, if you are not satisfied, then you can go to the TD set. And in TD set, because there is a special telecom tribunal, it will examine the recommendation of the committee, and on that basis, it will take legal position accordingly. So that is the one part. Now, uh, since the platform evolution moving from manual paperwork and semi-digital legacy system to an end-to-end digital system. Now, DOT has prescribed end-to-end digital, in the sense you will apply on their new e-portal, and all the things will be on the e-portal, and all the approvals, etc., of the licensing framework will be done on the e-portal. So it is very simple, but documentation required to be followed very strictly, because they have prescribed certain documentation for getting the permission for as an authorization uh, for the company. And the second part is that there used to be so many licenses, in other words, SDCA base and the circle base, and some was LLD, some was ILD, some was other licenses like internet, this thing, that thing. But now they are taken off and made simplified, in a sense. This one's principal authorization. In principal authorization, what they have done, one is unified authorization, that's a core network service authorization that covers the specialized niche targets highly restricted to the standalone utility network. This is business. In the sense, covers commercial network, including access, wireline, wireless, internet, ISP, and long distance. But इसमें उन्होंने क्या करा what they have done in principal authorization, one is unified, in the sense that you can do mobile, everything you can do it. All these services one unified license. And second is access service. In access service, there are two parts. For the VNO, if one wants to do the mobile, then it has a unified access service. If we want to go only the CPAS and this, it has to take the VNO access service wireline. So that handles everything. But one more thing, the HDCA concept, which was a legacy concept, coming out since the 60s and before independence. So that had been abolished completely. Now it will be state-wise or circle-wise. So in that, it's a benefit that all the companies can devise their network topology accordingly and business accordingly. जो एक SDCA में used to be have category lessons. Now that has been converted into state वाइज. Similarly, जो है कि उससे क्या है कि जैसे some entity has got license in 5 SDC है, तो उनके 5 states का मिल जाएगा. That is a good benefit. So that is the principal authorization, that is the main. Miscellaneous authorization, in the sense it is targeted for the highly restricted standalone utility network, like VSAT, PMR, TC, Maritime, and audio video conference. जो ऑडियो टेक्स्ट होता था उसको इन्होंने एंटरप्राइज बना दिया. They made it enterprise. So, but in the principal authorization, enterprise is a part of that. So that way, I advise everybody goes for the VNO, because lot of technology advancements is coming up. So on that basis, if you have got a VNO, you are free to do on internet or long distance, everything, intra-circle roaming, everything you can do it. But enterprise is small entity, like somebody has to do only experiments, then they can take it enterprise. This is my suggestion. Now, a third infrastructure authorization, which is the IP one, which is used to be in the sense that this was the tower business, etc. उसमें एक और क्या जैसे न्यू थिंग गवर्नमेंट हैज डन इन दिस थिंग टेलीकॉम एक्ट ऑफ के सीटीएन क्लाउड टेलीफोनी नेटवर्क, तो उसका भी फ्रेमवर्क की फाइनल गाइडलाइंस आनी है, दैट हैज नॉट कम, but hopefully it will be based similar to IP1. So that, and that maximum benefit in that is that if you have got a platform, so you can take authorization for the platform, and whatever the income is there, that will be separated from the services delivered. So that platform work as a, but it can't deliver to the directly to the customer. It has to go to the VNO. That is this. Like IP1, tower वाले जो अपने connectivity देते हैं to the telcos, they can't deliver directly to the customer. That is different. But it is a good proposition. And there's lot of जो आपके cost saving है, lot of cost saving will happen. In the sense, what is the cost you are incurring for the platform? That is, you can bifurcate your revenues. That this is platform cost, non-telecom. This is excessive. तो authorization है. And एक one more thing government has done. Any service touching the telecom network has to be authorization to be taken. Like पहले जैसे some company platform है, customer को DID ये वो दे रहे थे, that is not allowed. It has to deliver to the VNO and VNO will do this is that. That it can do. If it has to take the authorization for the CTN, that is a good thing. Whereas as good, तो उसका उसमें there are lot of things which is beneficial to the VNOs. In the sense, revenue reporting will be very good. In the sense, you can bifurcate the non-telecom revenue to the telecom revenue, the services we are giving. So that way, that जो 8% का जो load है, that will be less. So that is a good thing. Because I have analyzed everything, knowing the AGR को कैसे करना है, integrated analyze कि this is the best option. I advise everybody कि इसको ऐसे करो, प्लेटफॉर्म का CTL ले लीजिए, नहीं है जब तक तो just bifurcate platform to some other entity हो सकता है, ठीक है, नहीं तो उसका authorization ले लीजिए जैसे आएगा, that is very good. तो इसमें जो मैंने explain कर दिया for the enterprise, limited district boundaries है, ठीक है, इसे next slide पे चलना. अच्छा, step by step transition. अब क्या है कि one thing is there that if some wants to have a new license, so new license ka there is no issue. So they can complete the documentation, and on the base of documentation, they can apply for the license, so authorization, based upon the business requirement in which circle, which location they want to go. This huge scope is there now. On that basis, they can take the authorization approvals. But for the migration part, in the sense the existing licenses which have got HDCA base, so they can migrate to the new regime based upon the suppose somebody working in Bangalore, somebody working in Noida, they can migrate to relevant circles. So that will be a good opportunity, and a lot of scope area of the license will increase. And you see that license fee and entry fee and this thing bank guarantee also reduced. But अभी क्या है जो existing licenses है, because already category B they are paid higher, so they don't have to pay any entry fee. They have to pay only processing fee, and bank guarantee also, if that depends on the what bank guarantee they are holding. If more than 10,000, then obviously they have to pay higher bank guarantee. Depends on the revenue last 2 quarters. So that is there. So, but this is a good opportunity. This application can be submitted online on the e-portal, and if anybody wants any help from VNI, we are ready to support them, guide them कैसे करना, so that will get there. But अभी इसमें क्या है कि थोड़ा सा one thing is there, people have to try migration within 90 days window now. So 90 days के बाद फिर that it will come to apply 12 months before your current VNO license. So now within these 90 days, which is expected about July, August, about 23rd September, that you have to apply for the migration. I think this is the best opportunity. Everybody should migrate. And DOT is working very hard to give the authorization very soon. And on that basis, make the suitable planning to your deployment. Because now it's a huge deployment has increased from for the SDCA to whole circle. So like that, a lot of things will be there. तो काफी लोगों की क्वेरी आती है कि सिग्नल अगर मैं डीआईडी यहाँ लेता हूँ इधर लेता हूँ तो उधर कैसे जाएगा इधर लेता हूँ उधर कैसे जाएगा इंटर सर्कल दैट थिंग कैन बी सॉर्टेड आउट बिकॉज अभी डिटेल रूल्स हैज नॉट कम जो अर्लियर रूल्स वर देयर इन द लेसन्स प्रिस्क्राइब्ड वर देयर but detailed rules I am expecting that they should come in the change. Earlier this was SDCA, you can't do outside the SDCA, but how the circle inter-circle things are there, but micro level per rules has not come. So we are following up with DOT. Let's hope that it comes soon. And plus that CTN का जो है IP1 infrastructure का, that will also expected very soon. And once that comes on that basis, the clarity will be there. In the meantime, if anybody has got any query, just refer it to me. Then I'll see that if required, I can go and clarify from the DOT on the new regime, what is the scenario, because details are not yet known. Is in the changes scenario, in the expansion of the circle level, there's not knowing. So this is the one thing. So, but एक major issue जो है, what I wanted to highlight, currently in the most of the VNOs, especially I am addressing the VNO, जो CPAS या TCCPR regulation के अंदर काम they are doing the work for delivery of services to the banks and other things. You know, the last 2 years were very tough. A lot of companies have been blacklisted and a lot of issues were there. And we jointly, including Mr. Jeta, I'm very thankful to Jeta साहब. इन्होंने कंधे से कंधा मिला के हमारे साथ गए and we talked to the TRI, even the DOT also providing the numbering series. So things are improving, and I am constantly in touch with the TRI. TRI principal advisor and joint advisor to still modify many things, because as per the new framework, what NSOs has done, that they have prescribed the MSA, mostly they have assigned MSA. Earlier, most of the companies were not VNO. So MSA used to be there. MSA means between a licensee and non-licensee. But now license has to be, that agreement has to be between a NSO, which is also licensee, and VNO, which is also licensee. This is the obligation in the license for the NSO and obligation for the VNO, for the VNO. So that way, I am taking up with the TRA to prescribe the guidelines and regulation in which that VNO and NSO agreement should be prescribed, because DOT when go for the filing the CCA or deduction verification, they ask the NSO agreement. If NSO agreement is not there, they say this deduction is not allowed. So that issues are coming up. But I have talked to some of the CCA, like a timing you do it, but later on we have to change it. This agreement has to be, sample agreement to be prescribed by TRI. And I have given in this current consultation as a 2026 ka. I have given a sample of agreement NSO and VNO plus code of practice between NSO and VNO. So normally it is in the regulation that all TSP has to prescribe the code of practice with its customer. So now we are not a customer, we are the partner. VNO is a partner. So NSO ko COP prescribe karna as per the license requirement between the NSO and VNO. So that way, TRI say, Mr. Sanjay called us, then I interacted with them so that we can take up. This is the critical thing, because there are a lot of issues are there. One-sided obligations are there. as a licensee, there's obligation prescribed to the license as NSO, because I'm riding on his network. And as a VNO, towards my customer. So that is the one major thing I'm taking up. Second is that critical is that DLT. You see, the DLT visibility is not there for the VNOs, and which is the most critical in the TCCPR, because in the access service license or authorization, we are equally responsible for the following the regulation. But if we have to follow the regulation, if you don't provide the visibility, how we can fulfill the regulations requirements, compliance? So on that basis, already we had two meetings with the TRI, and they have said now that and the DLT platform has been upgraded. Earlier, the telco were telling there's no spare, there's no this modification, this development is required. Now they have upgraded to 2.5 version. Earlier 1.25, now it's a 2.5. So that way TRI knows their space. But still the telcos are acting smartly. They say कि नहीं हमसे ये नो बात नहीं करते, हमारे पास जगह नहीं है, ये नहीं है, space नहीं है, वो नहीं है. But I am telling TRI to enforce the direction that has to be done. ठीक है, 3 months में करे, 6 months हुए, but that has to be done because we are also responsible for compliance. So there should not be anything this way. So this is the major critical thing. So this is the in the sense capital requirement for transition for the migration for the operators. Principal authorization is adjusted to LSA baseline. Minimum net worth is verified based on LSA, but there's no refund. Suppose you have paid 1,65,000 for per SDCA. So abhi kya hai ki 50,000 there won't be any refund, but you don't have to pay anything. In case suppose somebody is going new, you has to pay the what is required. So this is the thing. और जो मिसलेनी ऑथराइजेशन में जो है उसमें these are the prescribed infrastructure में अभी everything exempt, but till finally does not come, we can't say anything. So hopefully there won't be any, like earlier IQ1 doesn't have any lessons in liability, but let's see. So in the miscellaneous only that for VNO it is enterprise, rest we are not interested for this thing. Next slide. So this is the prescribed licensing application fee, renewal entry fee, something, net worth, etc. So that details already there on the site. Or if anybody wants for VNOAI site website also we have put up. If anybody want directly from us, they can call me or my team. We can provide. Next. So these are the guidelines for migration. That historically the no due certificate from the respective DOT telecom circuit, because if you are migrating, early no due certificate or some that undertaking they may take, that okay, what are the dues in the previous lessons will fulfill in the migration also. So that is this thing. Rest of the company document and financials, all these things are there. They're all there on the website. If anybody wants about VNO, we can share with them. Next slide. These are the fees for the migration. Basically, that yellow highlighted is the interest for us. That is violent access service. Metro, 10,000 processing fee, 50,000 the entry fee, and 10,000 is the niche banker. So that way, it is very good that now DOT has reduced substantially. So that is good. मैं तो actually I was fighting that जो license fee था 8% का in the consultation paper also I lobbied hard that it should be only limited to 1%, 2%, because DOT should not have the aim to monetize or take the profit. They should be only the what is the cost they're incurring for maintaining the licenses or authorization. They should take on it. But government, because that was a good step, big step. So government don't want to take risk. So that 8%. One thing I told that since GST already we are following 18% GST, most of the people are following. Plus 2% and the GST to high. That is already everybody complies. So there's no need of any bank guarantee, everything. GST, a lot of liabilities there. There's no guarantee against that GST. People are following it. The rules is there, rules is there to why the license fee that huge amount of bank guarantees and all this is the capitalist block. You see, one of the company which I was working, Plinton, they took up for all India 22 crore के bank guarantee loans without able to start. Then after 6 years, I went to TD set, उसको 65 लाख में करा दिया. क्या है? Without or without starting the any service, 5 lakh per quarter, 20 lakh तो साल का देना ही है. क्या है? But it is better that इसमें थोड़ा सा improvement हुआ. That is better. Though I hope that people will get free hand and good capital to invest in rollout of more services for their own benefit plus for the consumers. That is the best service. Next slide. These are all the circles on my migration. So एरिया कवर काफी अच्छा हो गया. जो पहले था उसमें कुछ थोड़ा सा चेंजेस है कई सर्कल में. Otherwise, all circles थोड़ा सा चेंजेस है among the area there. Like दिल्ली में NCR में काफी गाजियाबाद, फरीदाबाद, नोएडा, गुड़गांव आ गया. पहले भी था. एंड मुंबई में कल्याण एक्सचेंज एंड महाराष्ट्र में थोड़ा चेंजेस आया. महाराष्ट्र में गोवा को इंक्लूड कर दिया. तो like that there's certain add-ons. और जस्ट वेस्ट बंगाल में अंडमान निकोबार सिक्किम कर दिया. कलकत्ता एक्सक्लूड कर दिया. कलकत्ता इज स्टैंड अलोन नाउ. So this is a good thing, and I suggest all our VNO, prospective VNO, should design their network according to current. They should not go for the all India. Because all India में करने का फायदा नहीं है. Unnecessary liability of the minimum license fee, 30% on entry fee, 15,000 per quarter has to go. To go where the business, because now the circles states are big things. State SDCA वाइज थोड़ा रिक्वायरमेंट होता है. स्टेट बहुत है, 7, 8, 9 स्टेट दिल्ली. That's all. It will cover everything. So my advice is that people should not go for all India. Unnecessarily, जो payment towards minimum license fee will go. So that's the next. So this is the 8% standard AGR. तो था second year से जो है it minimum 10% तो देना ही पड़ेगा. First year there no license fee and 30% मतलब 15,000 per license area you have to pay minimum. Next. तो ये एग्जांपल दिया है कि 1.65 लाख था. Now it is 0.5 lakh. So that is a good thing that people get. And suppose करो कोई 165 दे रखा साहब ने तो आपको कुछ देना नहीं पड़ेगा. माइग्रेशन हो जाएगा 500 का. And bank guarantee तो 10,000 है. It may be aligned to the other thing. Next. एक देखो एंटरप्राइज में क्या है. फाइनेंशियल बैंक गारंटी भी ज्यादा है. एंटरप्राइज इज 2 lakh and 8% of AGR or 1 lakh for second year. I don't know why enterprise is so much they have kept. VNO में नहीं. So that's a good that
For us it is good.
Some people say कि मैं उसमें क्यों लूँ? Why should I go VNO? तो मैंने उसमें लेकर this is the unless you are paying. देखो once VNO you take, all the things are there. Enterprise inclusive. और liability भी कम है, license fee. So that is good for that. Next. ये देखो. Permitted principal services. transmission, reception of voice, video, and non-voice, internet telephony, internet usage. ISP के service दे रहे हैं, intra circle, long distance also you are doing. M2M देना तो IoT M2M भी कर सकते. Enterprise communication is part of VNO. So why you go for the next? So this already violent में there's a lot of things, and I think everybody should go for the VNO violent access service license, which already explained that 10,000 the processing fee, 50,000 entry fee, and 10,000 the bank guarantee. Total अगर एक circle का लेते हैं, this is about to 70,000 they have to invest. That's all. It's very simple, and a lot of options are there to provide the services in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 services. Public telecom services. All the 6, 7 services you can provide. So they're good for it. Next. So this is already I explained enterprise wireline क्या है. That way, wireline is the best option for the VNOs. Currently, specifically अगर किसी ने if somebody wants to do only enterprise for experimental basis, okay, they can do it. But if you want to do the services, that means VNO wireline is the best option. Next. So these are required action item for the members. Map your territory. Audit your current category B footprint and match your existing district against the new. So required action items of members. First, map your territory. Your territory category B you have to map according to the state-wise LSA-wise boundaries. Renegotiate NSO commercial. You have to renegotiate with your NSO, the commercial and badman, other parameters required, and the wholesale SLA requirement. In case any help is required, VNOAI is always there to help you. And settle any disputed areas dues, penalty or dues to avoid automatic rejection of the portal. Your dues, etc., is there for which are not settled by the CCA, and you go for any migration, so that may have the portal automatic reject. In case any other issues there, then our VNO intervention is required to see that something can be done if there's some dispute or some undergoing. So we can talk to current CCA and guide you to how to settle that temporarily by giving the undertaking or anything like that, so that all the dues will be settled. If we migrate to the new rule or we carry forward something, this thing can be done, but we have to see that what is the response of concerned CCA. Next. So first is that identify operational footprint, specific telecom circle LSA, share the primary region service area where the majority of your category members currently hold operational network. Assess infrastructure separations. Overlapping network indicates whether any active member developing data and voice system that will require structural and logical separation. Because as per new rules, the overlapping data and voice has to be some logical separation like EPBX already is prescribed. But let's see how in the new rules they will define. But till that we have to follow the old rule of the logical partition. Thank you. Some people have joined late. If any question you can raise, and I am ready to reply all the questions. Whatever you have got any doubts or something like that.
So Shaukat, first I have some question.
Okay, Shaukat, please go ahead.
Hi, Mehta sir. Thank you so much for arranging this meeting. First of all, and thanks to Exotel team as well. Myself, Shaukat, I represent Omnibridge Telecom Private Limited. We are based out of Hyderabad. Sir, here good afternoon to everyone. Sir, my query is that, like as you mentioned, over here's the migration for the LSA, right? So, what is the difference between like access services versus like wireline access services? Because I can see this wireline services has a lot of benefits, as you mentioned, or
Yes.
station. You mentioned like a lot of benefits which is there. We can do with the voice services and internet services, and also internet cloud telephony you mentioned in the presentation.
Yes.
So the cloud telephony also you mentioned about the AGR, 8%
Yes.
AGR as a benefit where we can take a benefit out of it. Could you please put the differences? What the old license, what are the things, and what is the advantage of going with the migration with the LSA, sir?
देखिए, in the old license, you see, you are bound by the certain boundaries. The SDCA based in category B. Now,
Yes, sir.
in the new license, it will be full state. And
Yes,
full state, suppose for one city to another city, you want to do some services.
Yes,
So, in the same LSA, you can do the services to across the LSA.
yes, sir.
तो पहले क्या है, कैटेगरी बी जो
It
लाइसेंस
was
था,
district-wise. It was district-wise restrictions, right, sir? Yes.
now it is a whole
State.
state will be there. That is
Yes.
one difference. Yes.
Yes, sir. At presently, we do have Chhattisgarh and also we Bhubaneswar, I mean Orissa. These are the two licenses which are there currently. So now, if we can go with a migration of from category B to LSA, so we can cover entire state. So that,
Yes, yes.
yeah.
Any one of the license को आप उसको migration में ले जाइए, तो you don't have to pay any entry fee, just processing fee and the bank guarantee. Already you must be having higher bank guarantee. You can just
Yes.
migrate.
ये बहुत
And
अच्छा ये बहुत
Yes.
अच्छा हुआ है हमारे लिए, so that we
Yes.
can increase our boundaries within the.
Yes. Similarly, in Hyderabad, you can get full Andhra Pradesh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That also is very good benefit
Yeah.
for us.
Yes.
So,
Hyderabad should be only Telangana, no, sir?
no, sir. I
Telangana. Telangana both together.
Both.
AP Telangana. Andhra Pradesh and Telangana both.
So, can we take the new licenses for applying with the say because earlier there was closed. DOT has closed complete applying the licenses, right? So recently they
Yes.
have gave some guidance to
Yes.
take the
Yes,
license.
sir.
So we want to take for the Andhra and Telangana. So now the license applying license is open, right, sir? For the
Yeah,
applying.
it is open now. In the sense, first thing is you have got Hydra. Suppose you have got currently in Odisha, Bhubaneswar or some state place in Odisha.
Yes, sir.
You can migrate to the full circle. That is migration.
Yes, sir.
If you want to acquire a new state, then
Yes, sir.
you have to apply for the new license. That
Yes,
is 10,000 entry fee, 50,000, 10,000 process fee, 50,000 entry fee, and 10,000 bank guarantee at the time of alloy. That's all.
But they were asked us to maintain 5 lakhs as a deposit, right, sir, for the one single licensee as a
No, like that, nothing is there. No.
okay, fine, sir. Fine, sir. This is what. For the DLT, you were mentioning about the 1600140, right, sir? So here, we have you people has had a word with Try and the DOT as well. For us, are we getting any of the DLT platform where we can make a whitelisting of the DLTs as such, sir?
नहीं,
For one-
उसके लिए you see that already 1600 series and 140 series, और एक और मैं सबको न्यूज़ देना चाहूँगा कि एक 1601 series also has been allotted by DOT, and soon that is for enterprise. Earlier 160 and 140 for BFSI thing. For enterprise, already one new code has been assigned.
Yeah, 1601.
1601 like that, yes.
Yes, yes.
So it will be allocated very soon to the
Yeah.
telco. And on that basis, now the choice will be there. If BFSI and enterprise separately you can handle, that is good for the sector. और जो आपका क्वेश्चन है कि DLT का, वो DLT का ऑलरेडी we are just talking, I already explained. Already TRI has told us that they will give in the new regulation 2026, they will give access of view to the DLT platform to all the VNOs. So on
Right.
that basis, things are under being considered by TRI and with the telcos, and very soon that some regulation will be there.
Yes, sir. Sir, you mentioned the cloud telephony. How can we save can you give us a little example so that AGR, saving AGR here?
देखिए, AGR सेविंग का बेस्ट ऑप्शन है you keep your non-telecom income in the sense that like your platform is there. And उसका अगर CTN का license आता है, take CTN authorization, platform separate entity and entity, or you keep it in this is non-telecom. This is my software or something like that.
Yes, CPaaS or UCaaS you mentioning.
Yes, that's a platform.
CX
And,
platform.
yes, and what are the services you are delivering? Ship, trunk, what are the service revenue you are earning? You have to keep the different heads, both the things. So that you pay license fee on the telecom services only, not on the platform, which is a separate operation requirement. So that way things can be planned the AGR by your accountant or your CA. So if anybody wants any guidance, I am ready to help them. कि उसको कैसे bifurcate करना है और कैसे billing करना है, that we can discuss separately.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. Thank you so much for your giving your answers. For
अच्छा, इसमें एक बात याद रखने का, जो NSO को पेमेंट करते हैं for that user DID, acquisition DID और number resources, keep all the bills, all the bank statements with proof. तो जो उसका deduction verification DOT मांगता है, proof of the bank payment to the NSO, so to take the benefit out of that. That उसका certain format है and certain guidelines है. If anybody wants, I can share with that.
Sir, in Saral portal, they are asking us to upload the NSO billing at the same time the sale what we are doing, so that the AGR can get a cumulative information, right, sir? So, तो वहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है कि we are uploading anyway the NSO bills, sir, whatever we are procuring the lines from the operator side, and because that is giving us like a cumulative AGR within the Saral portal, sir.
No, it is okay, but उसका जो guidelines आया ना, I'll share with you. Guidelines को कैसे manage करना है, कैसे filing करना है, what are the requirement, DOT से guidelines मिला मेरे को. I'll share with everybody so that you follow. In case of any issue है, तो my team can help.
Yes, sir. Sir, also one security concern DOTs is also like asking us to submit the security and disaster recovery kind of things. With DOTs, they are asking within this circles, some of the circles. वो disaster recovery for the access category B, because we are not maintaining a lot of like wise things, right, sir? We are only maintaining the IPDRs and CDR kind of things.
No, you see that it is a technical question in the sense, उसमें क्या है कि we are as a VNO, we don't have our own network. We are riding on NSO network. So NSO has got everything backup.
Yes, sir.
And disaster recovery because network is his.
Yes, sir.
I am the last mile delivery partner.
Yes.
So that way for the all security and other requirement, it is NSO has to fulfill. As a
Yes.
VNO delivery partner doesn't have to any security requirement. IPDR or what is the network for the platforms related, that we have to follow. And उसमें जो TSTP का है, उसका भी registration का there's a new requirement is there कि TSTP पहले we used to give compliance to DOT, but
Yes,
now उन्होंने they separated out. Instead of giving to DOT, we have to register with NSC portal. That
Yes.
is TSTP जो मेंटेन करता है दिल्ली में सरदार पटेल भवन में है. तो उनको जाके फिजिकल डॉक्यूमेंट कुछ रिक्वायरमेंट है, if you want we can share that document and फिजिकल को सबमिट कराना तो आप हमें भेज देना या डायरेक्टली you can send somebody to submit that for getting the registered on their portal, because this is the activity has been taken separate by DOT to the separate department. So that way, once you register it, regular 6 monthly compliance, you can do it.
Okay, sir. Thanks for your queries.
Yeah, hi, this is Kishore. So I have a specific question related to GST billing, right?
Hello, Kishore. You first introduce, you are from which company?
So I have a startup, it's called Affiliate Digital, and I'm looking forward in terms of applying for a couple of states.
Okay.
And, after this, I wanted to have a specific query which I wanted to understand. So let's say if I, take the Karnataka and Gujarat circles, right? If I take the VNO. But
Okay.
if some of my customers are in different states, right? Let's say it's in Haryana or Maharashtra, then how do I invoice them and how the customers can take the input of the invoice?
You see that customer normally the delivery as per the current rules. Revised rules we have not received yet. As per the current rule, you have to deliver the service in your license service area only. You can't go out of the license service area. But of course, you can have the tie-up with your NSO. You hand over to NSO on NLD so that it can deliver to out of your license area. That is the current DOT licensing requirement. So that is there. So suppose you have got license in Karnataka, you want to give service in Telangana or Hyderabad. So in the license from Karnataka, you have to hand over to your NSO partner, and it will deliver to NLD to the Hyderabad. This is the normal concept. But you have to hand over in
Okay.
the current circuit. Either you take NLD from your NSO partner, but you can't deliver directly to Telangana. That is the principal concept.
Got your point, sir. So in this regard, if let's say if I have a GST of, I have taken a circle of Karnataka, but I have a GST in both states, let's say Telangana, Andhra, and Karnataka. So can I do interbilling and can I do that particular thing?
Can you repeat again? That means you have got license in Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh.
Look, okay. So my company GST will be in both states, but my particular the VNO license will be in one state. So will that be okay to do the interbilling?
The billing, there's no issue because you see that suppose your license in Karnataka, but customers registered office is there in Andhra. So, but operation office is there in Karnataka. So there's no issue if you are delivering the service in Karnataka, billing there's no issue for anywhere you are doing. But service delivery has to be in Karnataka.
Yes, I got your point. Sir. Thank you so much for clarifying this.
Okay.
Hi, sir. Rohit here. Just a follow-up question from Kishore's only. Just flip the concept here. So let's say if a VNO has got license in Karnataka and Andhra both, however, customer has its entity based out of Karnataka, but the customer wants services from Andhra. Is this feasible?
Yes, sir. Anywhere it can be provided. Subject to that, you present the service in Karnataka.
No, sir. If the customer wants services of Andhra where the entity is not registered, I have to provision the services in Andhra only. Now, as a VNO, let's say if I have a license of Andhra Pradesh also and Karnataka also, but customer business is only registered in Karnataka, but wants the service of Andhra?
I tell you, DOT guidelines says where the services are delivered. Dekho, a registered office can be anywhere in India. There's no guideline. As per the company's law, registered office, normally operational office are different. Registered office can be anywhere, but operational office, the delivery there, that should be the part of the license requirement.
So in this case, let's say if the customer is in Karnataka, the registered office is in Karnataka, but let's say he wants local number series of Andhra or Hyderabad for that matter, but he doesn't have any document to suffice that KYC norms because he won't be able to give anything from Andhra Pradesh. However, he wants a number of Andhra, Hyderabad. So as a VNO, should we go ahead and provision the services for that, or we'll have to stick to Karnataka only from where we have the proof of billing address?
No. You see the delivery can be in any place, but registered office KYC can be for any state. There's no issue, but delivery has to follow the as per the license requirement.
No, so are you saying that we can go ahead and take a Karnataka document for
Yes.
deliver Hyderabad number series to that customer?
Yes. But as a licensee, you have to see that you have got the license in Hyderabad also.
So, but he
Yeah.
has license only in Karnataka.
Actually, that's not.
If you're doing Karnataka numbers, you should have a license in Karnataka.
Yes, yes.
Hyderabad doing this, you have to have Hyderabad license.
You have to have Hyderabad license also.
So it's the VNO who has to have license for both the locations, and customer can only have, let's say, either of it and go for the.
Yes. That is so.
Okay.
Yes.
Customer GST is irrelevant in this whole exercise.
So this access service authorization earlier used to call as Cat A services and Cat B services, right? Now the Cat B has been renamed as wireline access services wireline, right? Our primary, you wanted to understand because there are so many customers, and if it's an enterprise customers, right? Their regulatory team even today comes back and says that, boss, there are still some ambiguity over whether VoIP is allowed in India or not. I'm not sure whether this would be a legal service or not. So at least with the earlier access services license, there used to be a term called that it offers mobility. I mean, it used to say that you can go ahead and connect a PSTN over IP in access services. However, the category B was primarily for wireline services. So this was one, evidence we used to go back to them and say that was the license allows us to kind of converge a IP with a PSTN link. Now, let's say if you are advising everybody to have a wireline access authorization, will that be a problem for us to go back to those enterprise regulatory offices? Because it doesn't say anything of that nature. However, as a service provider, we do offer those services.
You see that in the wireline section, there's internet telephony. You see the internet telephony is allowed. So internet telephony, VIP hota hai internet telephony mein. But internet telephony ki number series, you have to take it from your NSO. You can't use your own number series, something like that. So if you have to hand out the internet telephony to the PSTN to your NSO, that is allowed.
So I'll tell you what the difference is. They are in the wireline, they're very clear that you can offer internet delivery. You read to the subsequent section. Devices allowed is a fixed terminal. So you can offer only on fixed numbers, not on the mobile numbering space. Yes. So the device has to be a fixed device. How it will get implemented is.
No, just I'll tell you. Recently, Tata Tele has allocated the internet telephony number series separate. It is 10 digit numbers.
Yeah.
So on that 10 digits, you can't mobile. You can do it.
Yeah,
on
but
spectrum.
wireline.
The wireline in the sense.
If you have a wireline VNO, you are not supposed to get the mobile number series.
The internet telephony series. It's a
Sir, internet telephony, now I'll tell you the difference.
ITS number.
Yeah, see, because I have ITS numbers, I was the first allocatee of ITS numbers in India. So I just want to clarify so that, you can always correct me. So in internet telephony, right now, according to the current law, they only gave us mobile numbers. Now, in the authorization regime, they're also going to give us fixed numbers. It was not possible for us to get a fixed number before. It was prohibited. Now they are going to allow us. And what the condition is that it should work as a fixed terminal. That is, as far as any operator is concerned, Airtel or TSP or anybody is concerned, issue number one. Issue number two is, if you take the wireline access authorization, yes, you can offer internet telephony, but you're only allowed to offer using fixed numbers. And it also kind of, I think if you go and read it on page number 118, it will tell you that it has to be it will be a wireline service only. You have to have a wire between the end device and you.
Yeah, you see, internet telephony.
I think, sir, on this point, I think we should go back to TRAI and DOT and ask for clarification. The reason being, in the OSP guidelines, they say that if you are working from anywhere, you can sit anywhere.
Anyway, yes.
Okay. So most of our, at least for Exotel, most of our customers are enterprise customers. We don't serve retail users, but those retail users or the enterprise customers, their agents are sitting work from anywhere, work from home. So on one side, when you say that wireline series can be used for fixed on internet, and on the OSP guideline, you say that work from anywhere can be on internet. When you club both of it, it gives the essence I'm not saying it is right, wrong, and all that. It just gives a sense that wireline can be used on.
Yes, so my opinion is this.
But I think OSP is a separate section.
No. OSPs are not a licensee at all. So let me tell my
Separate
interpretation.
facilities given to them.
This what you can do as a licensee is defined by the wireline. It ends there. Now your customer has a special privilege.
But sir, the whole
OSP
point
has a
of
special
OSP
privilege.
He has a special privilege.
Exactly.
Now, if you are this service provider,
Yes.
whether for him, see what we are doing is that people who give a declaration as we are OSP,
Yes.
we give that facility. For people who don't give the declaration, we don't give the facility.
Yeah. Enterprise and OSP are
So my
different.
point is this,
Ah.
right? Under the new authorization regime,
Hmm.
they have said wireline can be used on internet with fixed terminals.
Yes.
Okay. They are also saying OSP can do this.
This is Manobala from TeleCMI, sir.
Okay.
Thanks for arranging this meeting, sir. So I have one small query, sir. Actually, this migration part is we understood that there was increase in the BG and decrease in the entry fee. So is there any changes in collecting the CAF forms in this migration, sir? Is there any update on this or how it looks?
No, CAF, there's no change. CAF is different thing. CAF is for customer related, there's no change.
Okay.
There's no, yes.
So the same thing we need to follow, like collecting the forms from the clients. Correct?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you. First of all, good afternoon to everyone, sir. And thanks for giving me the opportunity for asking the question. So I am Disha from Mistel Services Private Limited from Noida.
Okay.
We are basically doing for the CPaaS services. So I have one question regarding the new authorization rule for 2026. So what is the process for obtaining a pan-India VNO authorization? Because we have currently hold category B authorization in Bangalore, Raipur, and Indore. So what are the requirement and migration process to explain and operational for the national pan-India services area? So I just want to know what is the new guidelines for this?
Disha, actually for Pan India,
Okay.
so already we explained that each circle, it is lessons, not Pan India, it is service area wise. You choose 22 circle, you multiply by 10. That means that with processing fee, 50 multiplied by 22, that will be your entry fee, and rest 10 to multiply by 22 will be the bank guarantee. But since you already have got certain licenses, so I suggest you first migrate those licenses to the state-wise licenses, and on that basis, what are the balance left, then you can apply what are the requirement. I don't suggest that you go for all India this thing, because liability starts for the next 1 year. That 50,000 per quarter, whether you start service or not, you have to pay the minimum license fee to DOT. So like that, things are there. If you need, I was tell Rajiv to talk to me. I'll guide him, because he came once to me and suggested that don't go for all India. Better to start for 5, 6, 7 circles, then ramp up. Because liability start for the next 1 year for minimum license fee, whether you circulate, start the service or not. So that is the thing. If you need any further guidance, then you reach to my team. They can guide you, send all the document, what is required. On that basis, you can start applying for the new lessons or migration.
Okay. Definitely, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is my question. I think I will be okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sir, one more question related to AGR computation. So will the AGR would be calculated on the basis of total revenue that we get, or only on the telco revenue? And second is, let's say if we are providing any business for an international location, will that also attract AGR?
You see, already I told you that it is already mentioned in the format of AGR that only telecom revenue is considered for the levying of 8% license fee. non-telecom revenue and other revenue out of India, that is a separate, and you record it in your balance sheet. And on that basis, you tell your CA to give the certification. This is non-telecom ready. Outside the license area, that is a separate thing. You have to follow the area guideline that what are the revenue earning there in the license area, only that, and that is telecom revenue. Non-telecom revenue, you can separate out your balance sheet and your financial filing. And on that basis, you show only the telecom, what are the billing you are doing to your end customer. And deduction is there for the payments made to your parent, and so that deduction are allowed, and GST is paid as also allowed as a deduction. These are two components as a deduction. Rest what are the telecom revenue that only qualify for the levying of the 8% revenue. License fee. Still, अगर किसी को और भी क्वेश्चन हो, VNOAI को मेरे को अप्रोच कर सकते हैं एनी टाइम.
Sir, I have a question. This side Vikas from Cloud Connect Communication.
हाँ जी.
So basically, the guestee notification which we have got now recently, in that page number 116 and clause number 69 explain the scope of access service authorization. Okay, if you'll see, check it out. And we have this clearly mentioned scope of wireline access service authorization also. Okay, so in the scope of access service authorization, the government has told to that it allow the mobile user terminals, okay, through routers or switches. Okay, in the scope of wireline access authorization, there is no we can't provide this thing BMN services through BMN. Okay. Through router. So how we'll manage if we'll go to the wireline services, as you are talking about VNO wireline services, we need to move.
देखिए VNO एक्सेस सर्विस का जो कंसेप्ट था ना पहले, उसमें ये होता था कि वायरलेस सर्विस आल्सो इंक्लूडेड. और जो वायरलेस में क्या है कि यू हैव टू यूज द स्पेक्ट्रम ऑफ द पेरेंट एनएसओ. तो वो जो कंसेप्ट है कि अभी अगर वायरलेस लेना है कि यू आर नॉट यूजिंग द पेरेंट एनएसओ स्पेक्ट्रम, जैसे मोबाइल सर्विस यू आर नॉट यूजिंग, सो दैट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द टू. तो अभी जो राउटर वगैरह है वो तो वायरलाइन पर चलेंगे. मोबाइल का अगर स्पेक्ट्रम को एक्सेस नहीं ले रहे तो दैट इज कंसिडर्ड वायरलाइन ओनली. So this is different, that unless you use the spectrum of the parent NSO, giving the VNO services, so rest is considered as a wireline. Whether it is internet, telephone, kuch bhi ho, that is a wireline. And India में अभी तक कोई VNO वायरलेस शुरू नहीं हो पाया, क्योंकि जो incumbent operator है जियो एयरटेल, वो किसी को करने नहीं देते. They are dominating, exploiting the market. उसके लिए मैं ऑलरेडी TRI से रिव्यू करने के लिए आई एम फाइटिंग विद देम. आई हैव मेड वन व्हाइट पेपर आल्सो आई एम मेकिंग. तो उसमें काफी चीजें हो सकती है. हाँ रमन जी बोलिए.
सर ये जो क्वेश्चन है ना जो अभी इंद्रा ने पूछा, इसमें आई हैव गॉट अ counter question and also want to clarify between all the esteemed people sitting here. So when we are talking about VMN, it's a virtual mobile number, and VMN की delivery आज भी किसी भी VNO को जो होती है वो basically SIP पे ही हो रही है. No, it's not being delivered on SIM card, it's not being delivered through Spectrum. So मेरे हिसाब से तो वो वायरलाइन में ही कंसिडर होना चाहिए, क्योंकि it's being delivered to us as a SIP only. It's not coming through the Spectrum or it's not coming through the IMSIs end of the day. So अगर वो वाला situation है, then the wireline suffices that thing. Why are we? I'm going to say unless we are not confident of how it's going to be happening, then it's a question. But my thing is very clear, because when it's coming to me on a wireline, I'm also a wireline access provider and I'm offering a wireline services.
Okay.
Yes, you are correct, Raman. There is no confusion. Only confusion is that unless you access the spectrum, then you have to do the MVNO services. Other VMN and
I'm very clear, Mehta ji, and that's the reason because a lot of people have been talking about mobile number series and VMNs and stuff like that. But the delivery of those numbers are still delivered on SIP. So SIP is a wireline, end of the day. As
So
per
even if it is delivered like that, there is a condition. See, the reason I'm bringing it up is not to obstruct you guys. Okay, and the reason I'm bringing it, you can go and lobby and take it change. Okay, I'm trying to tell you what is on paper. The paper is saying that it has to be used as a fixed term. If you use those numbers, you might get delivered to your network, but if end user device has to be a fixed term.
Not on the mobile.
This is a different question.
He cannot, no, it ultimately is coming to the same point.
Virtual mobile number is a call divert done by the operator. Now, if you say that under wireline access, this is not a service, then I as a license holder, I will say, okay, it's a non-telecom activity.
No, it is a telecom number, it is not a non-telecom activity. See,
It's a telecom number. I am taking a virtual mobile number and diverting the call to a wireline. I am charging.
You can use a mobile number as a wireline fixed terminal, but you cannot use a fixed number as a.
This virtual mobile number question is around whether virtual mobile number is a wireline access or a wireless access. What Rakesh ji is saying is that even if it is wireless access, you are not using spectrum. Since you are not using spectrum, you don't have to pay for the spectrum. Okay.
Spectrum user charges are there.
SUC charges is not there. That's what
Parent will pay anyway.
Parent will pay.
Anyway, they will pay.
So now the question is, okay, I'm using wireline MVN, mobile virtual number or VMN number, virtual mobile number, and I am charging the customer. I take some revenue. Now, should I consider that revenue under telecom or non-telecom?
It is telecom.
Okay, that's the question. That's a debatable. I mean,
नहीं उनका मतलब है कि virtual mobile number is it considered in the wireline or not? This is wireline, but it is not right in the spectrum. This is wireline.
Understood. So I think
Raman और कोई question है? अच्छा, any other question for anyone?
हेलो या मेहता जी विकास बोल रहा हूँ. एक्चुअली यहाँ पे दो लाइसेंस है ना, दो ऑथराइजेशन है, एक एक्सेस सर्विस ऑथराइजेशन, एक वायरलाइन एक्सेस सर्विस ऑथराइजेशन. ठीक है, इसमें स्कोप ऑफ सर्विसेज ऑलमोस्ट सिमिलर, उसमें कोई इशू नहीं है. बट जब यूजर ओनली थ्रू पॉइंट नंबर 3 पे आते हैं, एवरी न्यू ऑथराइजेशन एंटिटी में प्रोवाइड प्रिंसिपल टेलीकम्युनिकेशन सर्विसेज specified under sub rule 1 or 2 as the case may be to user only through mobile user terminals or fixed user terminals with
किसकी बात, कौन से ऑथराइजेशन बात कर रहा हूं?
ये जो एक्सेस सर्विस ऑथराइजेशन है गैजेट पेज नंबर 117. हाँ जी,
एक मिनट देखिए, मैंने आपको समझाया एक्सेस सर्विस में मोबाइल करते हैं तो दैट इज कंसीडर्ड एक्सेस सर्विस. ठीक है, स्पेक्ट्रम यूज करते हैं, स्पेक्ट्रम नहीं यूज करते देन इट इज वायरलेस. नो कंफ्यूजन इन दैट.
नहीं
आप उसको आप देखो, स्पेक्ट्रम नहीं कर सकते एक्सेस में, ले लीजिए. स्पेक्ट्रम यूज करना एक्सेस सर्विस जो जैसे पहले था वो ले लीजिए. एक्सेस सर्विस विदाउट स्पेक्ट्रम लेना देन इट कंसीडर्ड वायरलेस.
बट अगर जो मैं कॉल राउटर और स्विच के थ्रू रूट कर रहा हूँ देन
वो बता दिया, अभी रमन को समझाया.
बट इसमें स्पेसिफिकली मेंशन है, अगर जो राउटर और स्विच के थ्रू कॉल रूट करते हो तो आपको एक्सेस सर्विस लेना है. इसमें
यार आई एम टेलिंग एक्सेस सर्विस वायरलाइन होती है, उसमें एक्सेस सर्विस स्पेक्ट्रम के बिना जो यूज कर रहे हैं दैट इज वायर. स्पेक्ट्रम यूज कर रहे हैं
डन. ओके.
हाँ, एनीबॉडी एल्स? पवन मोनो बोलिए.
गुड मॉर्निंग मैं तो सर डेंजल बात कर रहा हूँ बीएमसी से. सर एक क्वेरी है. We have seen a lot of players giving GSM gateway. Is that legal?
No, GSM gateway is not legal.
Okay.
Pawan, seconding Rakesh ji, extremely illegal, not just illegal.
Extremely illegal.
Because we have seen a lot of players, because most of our customers are telling they are giving. Why are you guys not giving it? So we are very curious that is.
देखिए, देश में लोग बड़े चोरी करते हैं, टैक्स चोरी करते हैं, वो करते हैं, होता है कि तो आप भी करना चाहिए. somebody has to decide
you want to become.
Do you want to become?
Pawan, I can't talk for others.
We are completely denying that. Irrespective,
It
if
is
the device is at the
GSM.
customer's location also, will that be held
Yes,
illegal in
okay.
that case?
all illegal.
Pawan, there are two, three things, right? One is that for every SIM card, you need to have an end user KYC.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. So if you maintain end user KYC, and because in some remote location, if you are putting a GSM gateway because there is no PRI service and all that, okay, that can be technical option. But the way you are presenting information, what I have seen in the market is there are a lot of these players who use SMS gateway, procure SIM cards illegally, and use it for SMS and voice calls. That is completely illegal. And I cannot talk for the industry, but I can say in Exotel, we have zero tolerance policy for it. We will not do it because it will land us into, because we are also a license holder, right? We already have enough of confusion. Let's honestly agree to all of that. But we don't want to do something which is outrightly wrong.
Yes.
The entire this Jamtara whole thing has happened on GSM gateways and SIM cards.
Correct.
So we don't want to be on the wrong side of the law. So it's a clear
1% you don't want to lose 99%.
Yeah, it's a zero tolerance policy for us. That's just an input, Rakesh.
Yes. Pawan, for that, I tell you, I was part of the reading team with MHA when I was in VSNL. We used to catch hold of such people, industry. So we MHA, पीछे एक friend मिले थे, still they are doing, reading the such entities and catching hold of them. So it's better not to do any illegal thing so that every whole business stops.
We are not doing. Thank you, sir. Thank you. क्योंकि customer का requirement आ रहा है, we are straight away denying that. But they tell that नहीं वो दे रहे हैं, आप क्यों नहीं दे रहे हो? हम बोलते illegal है, but उनके लिए क्यों illegal नहीं है? Then we tell no, we are VNO holder, we are not supposed to do this. And
They're legally illegal, that's the problem. Customer will always say like that. Customer is legally illegal. Legally illegal.
I tell you, there's
that is always the customer's thought, right? कुछ भी हो जाता है, वो दे रहे हैं, आप क्यों नहीं दे रहे हो? They are getting it, why not you guys? So that's the standard thing which they come up with. So I thought since everyone are here, we can take inputs of everybody over here.
नहीं पवन इसमें क्या है कि this already necessary agencies are taking care, reading the such entities and catching hold of them, and things are being monitored because there's a lot of antisocial elements. Those are doing such things. So
now surveillance also has increased in the last 1 year. They are doing database checks where SIMs are concentrated. There are ways they are finding it. Earlier nobody was doing it. In the last 1 year they've started.
It's just matter of time. 1601 when it comes, any calling from other numbers other than 1601 can easily be identified. So either the customer has to call on 140 or 1600 or 1601. Why should he use landline if it is not office level communication? Like I am calling you.
Yeah, I understand.
But my number will not make thousands of calls in 1 minute. So it will be very easy to identify any number which is repeatedly calling, whether it is GSM gateway or wireline number, and it will become easier for the DOT and the try to figure it out. So it's only going to further become stringent, Pawan. That is what is my reading of the progress.
इसमें मैं एक और input देना चाहूँगा सबको. Already Airtel, Jio, they are doing the AI tagging. तो उसके लिए भी discussion ongoing. उसको कैसे streamline करना है because some of the genuine number are also being AI tagged. TRI told them Airtel and Jio कि उसको disconnect कर दो, but genuine number can also be disconnected. उसके लिए बातचीत चल रही, how to do it. Truecaller से बातचीत चल रही है. How to minimize this in comfort, but catch the spam numbers and disconnect the spam numbers. This is the things already going on in TRA. So मेरे से बातचीत हुई थी. The things are being streamlined so that spam can be caught and genuine users should not be in any trouble. Or anybody has any question?
Sir, suppose we are taking a mobile number series from the NSO. So you were asked me to show this income in the AGR calculation, right? So can we show that NSO bills in the deduction also, sir? We'll calculate the AGR payment.
Repeat what you want. Mobile number means?
So for example, we are procuring mobile number series from the NSO. So you were asked me to show that revenue also in the AHS calculations. Can we show that NSO bills also in the deduction calculations, sir, to avail this?
Do you mean IP telephony numbers or do you mean something else?
Do you have
Sir, I'm referring to mobile number series.
So
Recently,
MCP might be he's talking about MCP.
MC you won't get. MC there's a separate thing. No? MC is your private, not for as a VNO. You can't use the MC for delivery of service.
no, sir. Say I'm referring to the virtual mobile number.
That is called SIM. You can't provide the SIM numbers.
सर सिम कार्ड जो व्हाट ही इज ट्राइंग टू स्पेसिफाई इज जो आपका जो एडवर्टाइजिंग नंबर होता है ना होर्डिंग्स में, सो वो वर्चुअल नंबर व्हिच इज फॉरवर्डेड टू द SIP trunk, आई थिंक ही इज स्पेसिफाइंग दैट.
Virtual number अगर दे रहा है तो then it is part of the revenue for services there. Then it is part of your revenue. You have to pay the license fee on that.
But that is not a,
we can pay that license, but can we allow the deduction also in the NSO bills?
Yes.
Okay. So next thing, sir, is there 1601 is live, sir, or can you shut? Yeah.
No, not yet. Not yet.
announced also.
It will be announced by the government, TRA.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any other question?
If the time permits, can I ask one KYC related question?
Yes.
Sir, I think I've seen your email where you had sent that we need to start doing end user KYC for all our users. And also, I think there is a separate thing where for all those IP telephony numbers, for example, those MSEP 92 series numbers, we have to collect Aadhaar for end users also. So is this something that we have to practice?
You see that if we are giving for the enterprise, this number series, so already DOT KYC guideline for the bulk customers is there. You have to follow the KYC guideline as well as the bulk number series. Although they are prescribed for the SIM card, but DOT ने clarification 2025 में दी है कि it is applicable to the fixed line numbers also and other IP telephony numbers also. The same guideline, not specified to SIM. Because उन्होंने नया guideline नहीं निकाला. I talked to the concerned lady Nisha. तो DOT में भी ऐसे करते हैं जो उसमें था उसको फिक्स लाइन समझ लीजिए. They have done like that. So let's hope that in the new guideline rules जो आते हैं उसमें मैंने बोला कि you specify for the VNO. मोबाइल के लिए उसको कैसे इंटरप्रेट करना, there is some issue happen. But DOT में सरकार
So mobile number is a mobile number. They are saying it has to have end user KYC. No, it doesn't matter how you use it. Okay, it has to have, there are some exemptions, but otherwise it needs twice end user KYC.
नहीं
मोबाइल नंबर
ऐसे जैसे एक एंटरप्राइज है, कॉलेज है, उसको 100 नंबर दिए, 100 नंबर तो हमने फिक्स लाइन के दिए, उसके केवाईसी कैसे करो? तो
each number has a user. वो करेगा
नहीं, उसमें क्या है, उसने PBX में लगा दिया अपने कॉलेज में यूज करने के लिए, उसका इंडिविजुअल के नाम.
For that there is a special exemption, but not.
नहीं, उसका पता क्या है? You have to give an undertaking. This number will be used in house. In my corporation.
He'll be responsible for any misuse of it.
Yes, there is an exemption. Yes. By and large, the thing is that each number requires an end user KYC.
तो अभी क्या है गाइडलाइंस उन्होंने लिखे कि मोबाइल के लिए सिम में ये होना चाहिए, वो होना चाहिए. तो उसमें क्लैरिफिकेशन दिए 2025 के कि ये जो मोबाइल का है उसको दूसरी सर्विस के लिए सेम है.
एटलीस्ट आईपी टेलीफोनी का उन्होंने क्लियरली क्लैरिफाई कर दिया है.
आईपी का कर
कि एंड यूजर केवाईसी चाहिए.
आईपी टेलीफोन चाहिए.
Because I know that somebody was not doing.
ये retrospective करना, I think December 2023 में ये कुछ आया था जहाँ पर उन्होंने clarify किया था. So do we need to go back to our customer and get the Aadhaar from them?
नहीं, अभी आप use case बताइए. You share the use case with me. I'll go through and then let you know.
Rohit, I won't be able to answer that because I work for Exotel.
As a practice, hence the reason, because all folks are here.
As a practice, I can tell you what we are doing. We are doing 100% end user KYC for IP telephony post the clarification which was given by DOT. Again, as I said, we don't want to be on the wrong side of the law.
No, yes.
We have enough of confusion already. We wanted to avoid one confusion lesser.
नहीं, बैकडेट से तो नहीं ले सकते. अब चल रहा है तो उसके बाद फ्रेश ऑर्डर या रिन्यू होगा, then you take this thing. or anybody. I hope that I have addressed most of the issues which are as per the new authorization. And in case of still some leftover, you can mail to me personally or to the VNI website or VNI email, so that we can guide you, we can take up if any issues with the TRI or DOT to address all the confusion. Lately there are many confusion, there is no clarification, old rules को कैसे follow करना, the new rules. So we'll jointly, I'll ask Jeta Saab to come to Delhi, and the day you come to Delhi, let's jointly go to a meet access service DDG कि ये जो confusion इसको भी दूर करिए कि
उधर signal नहीं है sir, signal.
नहीं वो करा दूंगा मैं पकड़ लूंगा. We'll meet number technology दे तो we'll meet up sir, कोई ऐसी बात नहीं. देखो
Who has come after RN Pillai now, sir? I didn't track. RN Pillai is left now. Member technology.
I don't know who has come.
New person.
नहीं उसमें ऐसे है कि देखिए अभी जैसे क्रिस्टल क्लियर होना चाहिए. अब देखो कहते हैं स्पेक्ट्रम वो जो सिम कार्ड के लिए वही फॉलो क्या है यार, ये तो कि यू स्पेसिफाई द वायरलेस यू स्पेसिफाई व्हाट इज इट. बिजनेस केस हमसे पूछिए, यू टॉक टू अस, वी विल टेल यू एवरीथिंग शुड बी क्रिस्टल क्लियर. देखो न्यू ऑथराइजेशन लॉ में चेंजेस कर रहे हैं तो यू चेंज दिस आल्सो. वो जो पुराने है कि उसको देख लो 2018 की केवाईसी कार्ड ले सर, क्या यार क्या चेंज हो गया.
It will become more stronger. It will not get segmented.
नहीं स्ट्रॉन्गर होने हमें कोई इशू नहीं है. वी वांट टू फॉलो द लॉ बट इट शुड बी क्लियर.
अभी IP1 आ गया ना, अभी नहीं आया IP1 का नहीं
नहीं अभी नहीं आया. उसके बाद बंद रही है.
They will release, I think.
It's not a priority.
In 15 days, I think they should release.
नहीं बंद रही है IP1 सीसी.
एक call for sir.
Okay sir, everybody thank you for the meeting.
Sir, on behalf of Exotel, Rakesh sir, thank you very much for coming to our office. Vasanji, Dinesh, Ken sir, and all the people. Rakesh sir, again, we thank you for leading it from the front, bringing us all together. We have so many VNOs. We know that sometimes we compete with each other in the market, but we have a voice together because you have formed that association for us.
Yes.
We would love to take this to the next level and voice our opinions with BOT and try. And for everybody on the call, thank you so much. I can recognize few of them, Raman, whom I work with very closely. So thank you everyone for joining the call.